right, so chapter 4, here we are. We're finally ready to talk about cells. Okay, so in order to start talking about cells, before we get into what makes a cell and all the different parts of the cell and how a cell functions and all the different cell processes and how cells compose different structures that make living things the way they are, before we can talk about any of that, we have to talk about how cells were discovered. Okay, so we're going to talk about the discoveries of cell theory and how cells were discovered and how we were able to look at cells today and know that this is the basic structure of life. Okay, so this happened around the first century BC. Starts with the Romans, like most things, starting with the Romans or the Greeks. They discovered how to make glass, and this is important because glass leads to the discovery of the microscope. Okay, so Romans figured out how to make glass, and this guy that we'll talk about in a bit as well, named Anton van Leeuwenhoek, that's how you say that, Leeuwenhoek, figured out how to grind glass together. And what he decided to do was experiment. And when he did, he was able to make the microscope. So this guy is the dude who invented the microscope, Anton van Leeuwenhoek. It actually rhymes. Anton van Leeuwenhoek, inventor of the microscope. And he was the one that discovered the microscope, and the models today are based off of his model. Okay. When we talk about cells, we're going to talk about something called cell theory. So it's important to know what a theory is, and that's a set of principles that are developed over time via multiple investigations. The discovery of the cells and the discovery of putting all of this cell theory together ranged from the years 1665 all the way to 1838 until basically the discovery of cells was completed. Okay, so it took a while. This is the most important slide out of all the ones on here. And this is the three major parts to cell theory. By the end of the chapter, you have to know these three major parts by heart. Okay? The first part is all organisms are composed of cells. So every single living thing that exists or has ever existed is made of one or more cells. So all living things are made of cells. Cells are the most basic unit of structure and function. So cell is the most basic unit of life. So not only are all organisms composed of cells, but the most basic unit of any living thing is the cell. Okay, and last but not least, all new cells come from existing cells. So all existing cells are produced by other living cells. So one, all organisms are made of cells. Two, the cell is the most basic unit of life. Three, all new cells come from other cells. Most important slide to get out of this entire section. The five major contributors that they talk about in your book to cell theory are these guys. Okay, and this is in order. We're going to talk about what each of them did. There's Robert Hooke, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, Matthias Schleiden, Theodor Schwann, and Rudolf Virchow. Okay, so let's talk about Hooke first. Well, Hooke, basically, what this is going to say in a nutshell, is the first person to observe cells. So Hooke used the compound microscope, and he used it to observe cork, which cork is once a living thing, so it's made of cells, right? And when he investigated the cork, he saw it, and when he looked at it through the microscope, it reminded him of this, okay? It reminded him of a monastery at the time, and it reminded him of the little rooms that people live in, or what they call little cells, or kind of like jail cells, okay? So these tiny little box rooms. And when he looked at the cork under the microscope, he saw these tiny little boxes, and he called those little boxes the name cells, the same as the small rooms in a monastery. So Robert Hooke's contribution to cell theory is Robert Hooke is the first person to observe cells, and he's the one that coined the term cells. This is what his cork looked like that he looked at. This is what his microscope looked like. The next person is going to be Anton van Leeuwenhoek, which I already mentioned in a previous slide. Anton van Leeuwenhoek is basically not only the inventor of the microscope, but he was the first scientist to observe living cells. Cork observed dead cells. Leeuwenhoek, the inventor of the microscope, was the first person to observe cells that were actually living. Okay, at the time he called them animalcules, so plants and animals that are swimming in a drop of pond water that he looked at. These are Leeuwenhoek's observations of those microorganisms. He was the first one to observe living microorganisms. Here's Leeuwenhoek's microscope. Honestly, if you think about this at the time, that's probably pretty amazing to look under a microscope and you see living things when people had no idea before that things that were living could be that small. Third person is a German scientist named Matthias Schledlin, okay? And pretty much with his experiments, what he concluded and what he observed, he was able to conclude that all plants are made of cells. So far we have that cells exist and what cells are, that cells are living things, and the first thing that was found out after that is that all plants are made of cells. Next person that comes along is Theodor Schwann. Building on Schledlin's work, he studied plant and animal cells, and from investigating and experimenting with those, he was able to determine that all living animals are made of cells. So not only are all living plants made of cells, all living animals are also made of cells. Therefore, at this point, all living things must be made of cells. The last and final person to add to this that gave us the final piece that completed cell theory is Rudolf Virchow. Okay, and through his experiments, he was able to discover that cells come from other cells, or all new cells come from pre-existing cells. This led to the third and the final part, or what they call the second part here of cell theory, which noted that all existing cells come from other cells. So to recap, cell theory, your three major parts. All organisms are made of cells. All existing cells are produced by other cells, and the cell is the most basic unit of life. These discoveries took place between 1665 and 1838. Your five major contributors are Robert Hooke, who discovered cells, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, who invented the microscope and first observed living cells, Schledlin, who concluded that all plants are made of cells, Schwann, which concluded that all animals were made of cells, thus showing that all plants and animals and living things are made of cells, and Virchow, who showed that all cells come from other cells. These things that are bolded here are the main things that they came up with. And that's it for 4.1.